Hmm. Hey, Marion,
Yo, Deadpool.
what if we were in a podcast right now?
Well, that would be cool.
Hi, I'm Gabe.
And I'm then.
And you're listening to Nonsense with Gabe and then Multiverse into Nonsense!
Yan. As you can see, yung background ko, medyo nilalamon na rin ng multiverse. So bear with me.
Yeah, we can
Speaking
see
of, oh
that.
my gosh.
See, as of now,
Oo.
medyo
Oo.
nangyayari na
The
lahat.
whole new type of
Nagko-collapse na talaga siya.
breaking.
Yes,
Nagkakalap sa tayo.
it's happening. I can't stop it. Ayan, medyo
Ayan,
nag-stabilize.
ayan,
May
ayan.
nangyari
Okay
siguro.
na? Yeah.
Marion's
Yeah.
now is the one that's
Yeah,
ripping
basically,
apart.
I'm at the end game now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so anywho, since this episode is called Multiverse into Nonsense, we have guests, and they are two spider homies who are really into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we shall introduce you to Ram with the
Yo.
Deadpool costume.
Pwede na siyang alisin, Ram.
Pwede na siya alisin.
Show your,
Okay,
show your handsome face. Let's go, let's get it. Alrighty.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at that handsome
Hype,
face.
hype.
Yeah.
Go. And we have Marian with his Marvel cap and the noodle shirt. I really love the noodle shirt noong una ko
Hindi
nakita.
siya
Yes.
makita. Yeah.
Pakita mo. Promote the
Bro, pakita mo.
noodles.
Send
Ah.
nudes.
And nudes.
Send nudes, please.
So, listeners, you might be wondering bakit kami nag-invite ng mga guests ngayon. Because, in all honesty, we're not knowledgeable about
We're noobs.
the MCU. As in, legit noobs kami.
Yeah.
Kapag
Very much
Pag
so.
wala kami alam, like, wait,
True,
paano yung
true.
nangyari? Like, my brain. So, we have our guests here. And, pagkakaalam talaga namin, they're really knowledgeable about it. Sige nga, ikaw muna, Ram. Like, paano ka nagsimula with this whole enthusiasm with MCU?
Well, I grew up. My father specifically, and my family are very into Marvel ever since. Some of them even collect comics,
Mm.
Wow.
and one of my uncles actually has a whole wall filled with Funko Pop and
Oh.
Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So,
that's cool.
It's just,
That-
wow.
So from our family side pa lang, we all are Marvel fans.
Okay.
Mm.
Runs in the blood.
Oo.
Yeah, it runs deep. It runs deep.
It runs deep.
From the
Ikaw,
start pa lang
Marian.
Marvel fan na.
Oo.
Well, sa akin, yeah, basically started with comics then. Then when MCU started, hindi ako nagsimula sa Iron Man. Sa ano ako nagsimula ay Captain America. So,
Mm.
Wow.
ayun, from
Okay.
then on, it's like tuloy-tuloy na because it's really addicting or what? Oo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is true. Ako parang same story with Ram. My dad collects comics, so that's that. So, ibig sabihin nung nag-release na yung MCU ng mga films, kailangan talaga panoorin. Diba?
Mandatory.
Oh, yeah.
Fam, let's go. I collect
Sorry
you.
yan. Kailangan natin malaman, malapit ba to sa comics? Something like that.
Yeah.
True. Sa amin
Ikaw,
naman,
Marian.
I think,
Sorry.
siya, more on, I'm into yung, actually both DC, sorry, Marvel. And, and Marvel.
Whoa!
Both.
Boo.
Okay.
Jump bump.
Boo DC.
Wait,
Lips ko na.
wait. Pero ako papapiliin. Which one?
Actually, I think, and more sa story mas gusto ko before yung DC. And then, when it comes
Okay.
to sa cinema, patok talaga ang Marvel for me. Kasi kuha nila yung kiliti ng masa. So, anyway, going
Okay.
back. Ayun, again, yung family ko kasi, well, bukod sa mahilig din sa movies, ganyan, yung kapatid ko kasi nagpapasi rin siya ng comics before. And ayan, nung lumabas
Mm.
tong parang yung MCU nag-start siya. So lahat kami hyped and we're like, let's go watch it. So ayan na, eto na po tayo.
Yeah,
No turning back.
that is true.
Mas updated
That
pa
is
yung
true.
family ko kaysa sa akin.
Yeah. Actually, when Iron Man was first released here in the Philippines, we got special tickets to watch the premiere.
Oh,
How
talaga?
special? How special is that ticket?
It was just given to mom. So
Oh.
all three of us watched in, I think that was Mega Mall, I think.
Mm-mm.
Where
Okay.
Yeah, Iron
Kamusta?
Man.
Anong
It
experience?
was yeah, from watching Spider-Man and the Fantastic
Mm.
Four from before. Iron Man talaga was like, whoa, it was
Mm-mm.
so different from
Yeah,
the older Marvel
that is true.
True.
movies.
Yes.
True.
Mas maganda yung
What
CGI, no?
started it all.
Iba na.
True.
Yeah.
Actually,
The start
oo.
of something new.
Yeah, it was the really
Sakto, halos kakagraduate lang natin high school noon.
yeah.
Speaking of start of something new, kala ko nga to MCU like parang mag-e-end na siya with Avengers Endgame.
And
Kasi
Yeah.
'di ba para
Yeah,
like it's a
Endgame.
finale
Mm.
film.
It-
Tapos legit
Yeah.
Endgame. Tapos malalaman mo na lang like oh crap,
They're
may
planning to
magre-release sila na na series,
Series.
right?
True.
Yeah, I think
Kaya nagulat ako.
Endgame was more of the end of Phase 2.
Yeah.
Mm,
Phase
yeah.
2 Marvel. Because Phase 3, that's the new, these coming
Eto na.
new
Mm-mm.
films. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
Nasaan tayo ngayon?
Phase 3.
Phase 3 na siya. So,
Phase 3.
Yeah.
there's a lot to look forward to.
True.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's a lot to look forward behind their backs. Kasi ito talaga yung
Look
Pag-usapan.
backward.
Yeah, exactly.
Look backward.
look backward.
Yeah, the
So-
multiverse.
Yeah, the multiverse.
Yeah.
So,
For me to
Help us
understand
out.
it, I had to sneak into Stark's lab. So
Wow.
wow. Okay.
Kayo pinamana.
Ayun. Si Ram lang pala na ibang background, no?
Oo.
yeah,
Oo.
at least mine's not breaking.
Alam ba ni Tony nandiyan ka?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Bro, pool is in here.
Iba,
Not me.
baka nasa ibang multiverse na rin si Ram ngayon.
Oo.
Yung buhay pa.
Oh no, baka variant sila.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All these terminologies.
So speaking of all these terminologies, multiverse, nasa likod natin, variants, what do they mean? People need, a guide kasi not everyone has watched even with the hype,
Mhm.
'di ba? It's like
Yeah.
ang guide mo na lang memes, pero
True.
what's the meaning behind it? So, be our guest and explain it to us.
We'll share a bit about.
So to everyone listening sa Spotify, so while Ram is trying to share his screen, so nasa YouTube din to, so makikita niyo yung parang diagram na pinipare ng ating guest. Ready kami!
Yeah.
Hello! Meron kaming diagram, excuse you people. So ayan, watch yung
Trying to
YouTube
find
para
it.
mas
Yeah.
watch yung YouTube
Okay.
para mas magets nyo. But we'll try to explain it as much as we can para kahit makinig lang kayo through Spotify.
Oh,
or
may
any
imagine nyo
listening
siya.
platforms. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so right now we have a diagram pero para mas maintindihan natin. Alam ko ang unang release ng Disney na series is WandaVision. Ay, di.
Mhm.
After WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter
Falcon
Soldier,
and
right?
Yeah.
Winter
Falcon
Soldier,
and the
and
Winter
then
Soldier, then,
Loki.
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 Yep.
Tapos,
and
a
then
film.
What If?
What if? Yeah,
What
what
If.
if
Yeah, what
muna.
if
Yeah,
muna?
what if.
Kasi Shang-Chi na.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Tapos trailer for yung No Way Home.
Spider-Man, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No Way Home. So that's where it started. So I guess to start, I guess we can start with the very beginning.
Sorry. Before we start, everyone listening, this will be spoiler heavy. So just so
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, kasi if discuss ka natin ng multiverse, as if di nyo man, but okay. Anyway, yun lang.
To understand it better. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So according to Kang, there used to be multiverse before the actual universe of the MCU.
Okay.
So this multiverse, so it's different timelines, different versions of one universe. So that's what the multiverse is. It, it's kind of different from the many Earths because this one, you change one thing, it creates a branch in the timeline.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's multiverse. So that's the multiverse. So according to Kang, there used to be a multiverse. Then they had a war that eradicated all other universes, which in turn created what they call the sacred timeline. So this is what we know as the MCU timeline. So that's where
Oh.
yeah, so
Okay.
that's where the Iron Man started, Captain America. So it's all one
Basically, the
time.
films. Oo. All the films na nirelease ng
Okay.
The whole Marvel films and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the MCU timeline. And well, so most of the events start as normal. So there's Iron Man, Captain America, Incredible Hulk. So these
Yeah.
follow the films until um, Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
as we know in Infinity War, um, Thanos destroyed half of the life on Earth.
Yeah.
The snap.
So that's the snap.
Mhm.
That's the
the
snap.
universe.
Oo.
So in the universe.
Yeah, in the
Sorry.
universe.
Yeah. So when the snap happened in Endgame, in order to gather the stones that Thanos destroyed, they had to go back in time.
Mhm.
So well, according to Kang again, since he knows what's happening in this timeline, according to Kang, that was all planned.
Mhm.
That's why it did not disrupt much. And
Yeah.
when it did disrupt, that's what the TVA is for.
Mhm.
It resets
The time.
Okay.
new timelines to
Yung
occur.
branching ng ano.
Basically, they destroy the new branch. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Wait,
Mhm.
wait. Question. So, ibig sabihin, even though na-erase na parang realities, hindi na-erase ng TVA. Gets?
Yeah.
Parang,
No.
Yeah, because when the multiverse war happened, that's when they created the TVA, which lives outside of time.
Mhm.
So
lives outside of time.
Kind of time. It's
yeah,
a
so there's
separate
no it's a separate
Entity.
entity.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Actually.
That's why it's a broken line here because
Oo.
there's no real timeline
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, walang concept of time, kumbaga.
walang concept of time. So because they
Yeah.
can go
No
back
specific
in
point.
time,
Yes.
Yeah.
any specific
Okay.
point in time. So where the TVA is, you don't actually know.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
that's the job of the TVA. They destroy the branching out of time. So to keep this sacred timeline intact.
Intact. Yes.
So the reason why they want to keep it intact is so that they don't that they won't have another multiverse war. That's actually what Kang is trying to prevent. So
Mhm.
Kang is like the founder of the TVA.
TVA.
So that's a spoiler, sorry. Yeah.
Sa mga di pa nakakapanood dyan.
So hindi pa
Nasa
You just
you
got
have-
ending po siya.
spoiled.
Yeah.
and you're listening to this and you haven't, I think you have the wrong idea.
Nasa ending po siya ng Loki.
Yeah.
You're,
So,
you're
yeah.
at the ending. Yeah, okay,
Mhm.
go.
So as you can see, so yun nga, the Avengers went back in time to get the stones, and in order for it to not branch out too much, Cap went back in time to return the stones exactly the same time
They took it.
Yeah,
They took it.
Mm. Ito
Because
yung
if-
parang... Sige, go.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Ay, ito yung parang yung usapan ni Hulk and ni Supreme. Sorcerer Supreme.
So,
Na
Sorcerers.
parang sabi ni Sorcerer Supreme, magba-branch out or parang may mangyayari sa time nila or sa timeline nila if ever kinuha niya yung stone. Kasi dapat nasa kanila pa at that time, di ba?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, at that point, parang sige, nag-giveaway na si Sorcerer Supreme and parang, sige, hayaan muna natin siya mag-branch out basta ibalik nyo. By this time, parang backward. So, medyo parang, anong nangyari dun sa current branch na yon? So, na-erase ba yun ng TVA siguro? Ganon?
Yeah, so I guess it branched out. So there's two timelines, one where they return the stone and one where they don't. So in Kang's plan, they return the stone. So the branching out that happened when they don't return the stone, it gets erased. Anything that is not part of the sacred timeline gets
Reset
erased.
lagi.
That's the whole
Oh,
the
okay.
whole stick of the TVA.
True.
So
Okay.
So after returning the stones, that's where WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, that's where all this happens, right after the return of the stones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Gets.
So for those who are still staying, who already watched Loki,
Or didn't mind the spoilers.
but don't mind the spoiler. So at the end of Loki, what happens is Kang the Conqueror finally, at the end of time, finally can't see what's going to happen next.
Mhm.
Because everything before, he can
It was
see
planned.
exactly. He can see
Mm.
exactly what's gonna happen. He can predict. He knows. That's not
He
just
knows,
predict.
yeah.
He knows
Yung
what's
script
gonna
niya,
happen.
diba?
So at this point, he start when Loki and Sylvie is a variant. So
Loki.
again, to explain variants, they're not the original. So Loki and Sylvie here are variants of Loki. Because
Yeah, even
the
Loki
real
himself, diba? Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
variant.
Different
Yeah,
versions of a character, ganon.
Yeah.
of that character, because the real Loki, so the original Loki, the non-variant Loki, dies
Yeah, he was
in-
supposed to
in-
die.
in Endgame. So that's his destiny.
Yeah.
If you
Role
if you
niya.
want.
Yung role to
Yeah,
play,
That's his role to play in the sacred timeline. He's supposed to die, but because the Avengers kind of botched up one of the stones where
Yeah.
Loki escapes
Mhm.
with so yeah, so that's why he became a variant. Yeah.
Mm.
So Loki and Sylvie went to the end of time where Kang finally could not see what's gonna happen anymore. So what changed here is Sylvie then kills Kang, which then breaks the whole
Sacred
universe.
timeline.
Sacred timeline. So it breaks the whole sacred timeline and starts branching out all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
wait, so
that's what happens.
yung pagpatay nila kay Kang, or pagpatay ni Sylvie kay Kang, yun na yung,
Nail in the coffin. Parang that's the nail in the
Oo.
coffin that birthed the new multiverse.
I see. Ano yung,
Which kinda
Yeah.
tandaan
which
niyo
kinda ina-explain din ni Watcher. So what if? So yun yung iba't ibang timelines.
Oh.
I see. Wait, di ba merong two options na binigay si Kang kina Sylvie and kay Loki? Yung first is kill him, and the other one is parang let him be ba? Ano nga
It's
isa?
either
Place?
take his place, yeah. Kill him, take his place,
And
or just let him be, and he keeps
Continue.
restarting the timeline.
Oh.
He
I
keeps restarting the timeline, parang ganun.
see. Gets. Okay. Kaso parang umabot na sila sa point na okay, time's up. Di ko na siya pwedeng i-restore. So kumbaga naturally ang talagang path na lang is to kill him. And
Yeah, parang ganun. Parang yun ang naging consensus na rin.
true.
Oo.
Actually, oo. Sad ng scene na yun. Like,
Yeah,
Loki,
so
my heart.
nung bumalik si Loki nga dun sa TVA, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so
Yes.
intense.
It was
Kaya na
not
kailangan
easy.
talaga i-highlight.
True.
Yeah.
Na ano siya, mas active si Kang. Parang siya yung forefront mismo talaga nung TVA. Kilala na siya, kumbaga.
Yep.
The Kang that got killed is the good Kang.
Yeah.
Oh, there is
Yeah,
the bad Kang.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's
So, baka
there's
siya
a lot
yun.
of bad Kang.
Oo.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Actually, in the comics, Kang really
Is bad.
has different forms because
Ah.
he's a time traveler talaga in
Gets.
the comics.
The comics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the blue head guy with
Mm-mm.
the purple robe. Yeah, so he
Mm.
goes and messes with time.
Time.
Yeah.
I see.
With this, time machine ba yun? Like, shared
Yeah, he has a
machine.
time
Oh.
machine. He has a chair.
Professor X charot.
Yeah.
Yeah, parang I think he's one of the main villains in Fantastic Four, if I remember correctly. More Fantastic Four villain siya than Avengers villain.
Natandaan ko lang sa Fantastic Four si Silver Surfer pati sa Galactus.
Shame.
Yeah.
Is that
Oh.
the movie? Is that the movie?
The
Galactus?
movie, the
Yeah,
movie
that's
one.
the movie.
Yeah.
Galactus. Galactus with air
Galactus.
codes.
That Galactus was weird.
Para may hint lang, like, oh, it's the head.
That's Cloudtus. Big
Cloud
chunk
Galactus.
of cloud. It's not even Galactus.
Okay, so that kind of sums up what the multiverse in MCU is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess that's the
That's the gist of it, no?
that's the
That's
gist
the
of it.
gist of the sacred timeline and the multiverse and the TVA.
Yeah.
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 So that's already in the current events. That's
Mm.
why
Yeah.
Up to date
that's why
na
there's
tayo,
a new
people.
show. That's why there's a show na What If? Because
Yeah.
parang that's the effect of the timeline break.
Multiverse. Yeah.
Uh,
Iba-iba, oo.
that's a multiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one small decision kasi can alter timeline.
True.
Oh.
It can branch out. It can cause a nexus event.
Actually, that's kind of the thing, the difference with the universes in DC and Marvel.
Mhm.
Okay.
In Marvel, one small change in the timeline creates a new universe.
Mhm.
But in DC, there's just multiple Earths living at the same time. And if you change a timeline in one Earth, it just affects that Earth.
Okay. It's isolated.
So parang
Yeah,
siyang
so it's
parallel universe?
Parallel
Parang ganun.
universe.
Yeah, parallel lang. Not
Yeah,
completely
so that's the
related.
difference. It's
Yeah.
more parallel, more than
Mm.
splitting of
True.
universes.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the difference between Marvel's concept of time
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
at DC.
Sa DC din.
Actually,
Yeah.
smart nga eh. Kasi parang so anywhere or parang any film or any series na gawin nila, pwede nang excuse lagi na, well, multiverse, another ano lang siya ulit.
Yeah,
Another
it's-
universe.
Another
Completely
yes,
different
yes, yes.
Yeah.
from the comics, ganyan. And so on.
Yeah. So in the comics, parang their kind of sacred timeline or the pinaka main sa Marvel universe is Earth 616.
Yeah, 616
Yeah.
tsaka yung may 11 plus pa ba? I don't know.
Yeah, parang may 11 plus. So 616 is more of the universe that most people follow. So
Mhm.
it's that's the
Okay.
main timeline.
So, question. MCU is based on that universe, right?
Kinda, but it's actually its
Oh.
own universe. It has its
Ah.
own universe.
Okay.
Yeah, parang
Okay.
if let me research again. I remember it's Earth 199.
Isang quick lang.
Isang quick
Isang
Google
quick lang, like
Oo,
question
pa-Google
lang.
lang, guys.
Gusto natin malaman where
tayo
it's
ngayon,
based,
yeah.
diba?
Mm-mm.
Oo.
Okay, wait.
Quick
Okay,
Google
okay.
break.
Oh.
La 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 la.
Hold that
Elevator
thought.
music.
Hold up. Party
There we
time.
go.
Ayan na.
There we go. MCU universe. Okay. So the MCU universe, Earth. Okay. So it's Earth 199999. That's the
Wow.
MCU.
Ang
That's a
dami.
lot of that's a lot of nines.
Nines.
Yeah, and
Like I'm ordering food right now.
That's Disney's Earth. Disney MCU Earth.
Disney.
Yun yung secret
Okay.
timeline.
There's another universe for the Sony Marvels.
Oh.
Yeah. Magkahiwalay.
Also,
Oh, I see.
Ang
Okay.
dami,
Fox,
ang dami
yeah.
niya. Oo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
so there's different timelines. So parang that's their excuse for this is not the same as
Yeah.
the one in the
They get away
That's
with it.
the
Oo.
whole universe.
True.
Okay.
Big,
Okay.
escape of Disney, ganon.
How to
Yeah,
get
parang
away
ganun.
with remakes, ganun.
Yes.
That's a nice explanation. Now people know bakit ganun yung ano
True,
nila.
true.
Films.
So yeah,
Like,
Okay.
it's a whole other universe.
True.
Yeah. Pero speaking of, I recently watched Loki. I think pati rin si Marian. So,
Mm.
nung ending nun, so many questions talaga. Tapos, hindi pa ako nakapanood ng What If. Kasi I'm
okay.
Same.
waiting for
It to
the
finish.
for it to finish. Pero napanood ko na yung trailer na No Way Home.
Yeah.
Ngayon, sa No Way
Yeah.
Home, alam mo yun? Nung napanood mo yung trailer, like, oh my God, related ba to sa WandaVision? Related ba to sa
Ang
Loki?
daming ano.
Right?
Yeah.
Daming,
You're
You're looking for
theory.
connections, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo.
There's so
Nakuha na
many
ako ni
theories about it.
Yeah, let's talk about theories. So,
Okay.
come on. Drop it. Marian, ikaw. First
Oh, okay.
theory.
Hit us up with your
First-
theories.
First theory natin, no? Ito yung when Loki's final episode aired, ang daming naghahanap ng Easter eggs and theories and stuff
Yeah.
like
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
And
True.
at the end of that, yun nga, yung the one, spoiler alert, the one before they killed Kang,
Mhm.
Mm.
Like, once na sinabi ni Kang na he doesn't know what's gonna happen anymore.
Mm.
Yeah, that part of the convergence na yon, sinasabi nila na same background music and it's all synchronized with the ending of WandaVision, lalo na nung nagpo-form si Wanda as Scarlet Witch.
Mhm.
Oo. Okay.
So, people are suggesting that there's a connection between the two.
So like it's happening at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Oo.
happening at the same
Oo.
time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like the theory there is the reason why Kang can't see the timeline anymore, why it's breaking, is because of Wanda.
Oh.
Of
Because-
Wanda's chaos magic.
Yeah. So the moment she became Scarlet Witch, it broke the timeline.
Oo. Parang di talaga
Or-
dapat ito mangyari.
There's a possibility rin na like what happened to the Ancient One, na she keeps visiting the future to see yung mga future threats to
Mhm.
prevent it. But may span lang siya, 'di ba, may span lang siya ng point na doon lang yung nakikita niya. So
Because-
what happened? Kaya hindi
Because of that
nakita ni
part, she
Kang.
died.
Oo. Kaya siguro hindi nakita ni Kang yung part na yun. It's just because he's gonna die at that moment.
Oh.
Oh.
Diba?
Actually.
That's possible. As in,
True.
legit.
Maybe
Okay,
kaya
that makes sense.
True. Kaya pinupush na rin siguro kay Loki and Sylvie na, alam nyo, take it from me. Just take it. Parang ganyan.
Like he's
I don't
bargaining for
know
his life
anymore.
now.
Oo.
He's bargaining for his life now. Like,
Yeah.
okay, sige. Pero yun, that's a possible explanation. Pero, well, Marvel plans a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of something to look back on. So,
Mhm.
may possibilities na they're connected at some point sa mga iba pang
Oh.
so it's a subtle detail kasi diba? If you don't really, I don't know how people look at it like, oh look, this 2.48 minute mark, background music is the same, everything is synchronized.
Yeah.
Diba?
For
Actually.
normal people,
Ang galing nyo.
they wouldn't see that connection.
True.
But a lot of the really intense fans, they really look for those details.
Actually, oo.
Yeah.
And they
Actually,
know.
they even if you look in YouTube,
Oo.
You can see they even played it at the same
Ayun,
time.
oo. Maraming
That
ganyan.
scene, those
Mm-mm.
two
Yeah.
scenes, they played it at the same time with the same background music. Like
True.
they sync the music, and you can see exactly the moment the multiverse splits. It's when Wanda becomes Scarlet Witch.
Galing.
Yes.
Ooh, goosebumps.
Like, I don't know how people do that. Nanonood sila ng Loki and WandaVision at the same time.
Yeah.
Tipong,
You know,
to. Papasko dito. Ito yun, ito yun.
Wait.
Um, like it's,
Oh
I
my
don't know,
god.
it's just amazing how people do that.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ayun.
And I think it's
Yeah.
amazing as well how MCU drops hints
Mm-mm.
talaga. Like, connecting
Yeah.
each series, films, na connect talaga sila.
Very subtle
Yeah,
lang,
yeah.
no?
and magaling
Yeah.
din si Marvel, si MCU with their trailers. They
Uh-huh.
they don't give out too much in their
Yeah.
trailers, and when you think they're giving you hints of what it's about,
Iba
in
pala.
the actual film they change it.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Change the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
A
Leading
big
you on.
example is in Thor Ragnarok,
Mhm.
where Hela destroys Mjolnir. In the trailer, it's actually in an alleyway,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
but in the actual movie, it's in Norway, or I
Yeah,
think
yung parang sa
Yeah,
field.
it's Norway.
Oo.
Yeah, oo.
Norway.
Yung
Yeah.
Asgard.
True.
to Asgard. So it's like sometimes you can't trust the
True.
trailer, but
The trailers,
sometimes
yes.
It's the same pero at the same time, syempre different pa. Kumbaga, different setting, ganyan. Di mo naman expect na, okay, doon pala sila nag-meet, na pumunta na pala sa Asgard, ganyan, diba?
Oo.
Kala mo sa pinasasabihin ko, sa Pinas pa rin.
Oh.
Nasa Pinas pala MCU ano natin, ano? Pero yun.
Doon pala nakaset.
You get what I mean. Aray. Okay.
Yeah.
Pero the speaking of trailers, napanood niyo na yung trailer ng No Way Home? So,
Yes.
many people are
Yes.
speculating na variant doon si Doctor Strange. So, any theories behind that?
Actually, yeah, I heard those theories then that the Doctor Strange we see in the trailers is actually not the actual Doctor Strange, the one that we
Okay.
know.
Mhm.
It's possible that it's either an imposter, or actually the since Loki broke out, they're saying it's a variant
Oo.
of Stephen
Mm.
Strange.
Mm.
So it's like, because if you notice at parang they're saying, if you notice Doctor Strange, he's actually not acting as like the Doctor Strange we know in the movies.
He's acting
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Doctor Strange is strange.
Doctor
Yeah,
Strange
very
is strange.
strange.
He's acting
Yeah.
strange. Yes.
Oo.
Yes.
Smart.
Yeah, so he's not actually being like Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parang kasi he's willing to destroy the timeline. Just
Very chill, no?
for-
Very chill pa.
yeah,
For
parang
something
Ah,
trivial,
ah,
di ba?
Oo.
yeah,
Oo.
sobrang
This is the
trivial
most dangerous spell. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this spell, if you do it wrong, it breaks the universe. Kaya,
Oo. But let's do it.
yeah, let's do it anyway.
Yeah. I'm up for the
And
fun.
speaking of breaking the universe, there's actually another theory that what happens in the trailer. Well, we don't know if it's true because we haven't watched the movie yet.
Yeah.
So what happens in the trailer where Doctor Strange is fixing Peter Parker's mistake? Actually, the reason it didn't work, or it broke the universe, might not actually be Peter Parker's fault. Like
Nagsasalita siya?
like in the trailer he was saying, stop messing with the spell.
Oo.
Stop mumbling.
Ah.
Stop talking, dude.
Yeah, parang ganon.
Yeah.
Stop messing with the spell. Actually, it's not Peter's fault. It might be because Wanda is turning into the Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet
At
Witch.
that
And
exact
the timeline
moment.
was already breaking point.
Oh.
Breaking out, right?
So the
Oo.
timeline was breaking, and the spell was actually trying to fix timeline or something, was using
Yeah.
time, so it was breaking already while he was doing that spell. So, ibig sabihin, it could possibly be the three moments that break the timeline.
Sabay-sabay.
Parang
It
triangle.
happens all at the same time.
Yeah.
Siguro in a normal day, magagawa nila yun. Na
Yeah.
makakalimutan yan. Oh, the spell will be good, but fortunately, it's not what happened.
It happened at the same
Oh.
time
Yeah.
as Wanda
Kanya trigger,
becoming Scarlet Witch.
Mm-mm.
So that's one of the theories, because for now, No Way Home is like full of theories. What could possibly happen in the movie?
Yeah.
True.
What could Tobey Maguire, is he coming? Andrew Garfield.
Andrew
is he
Garfield.
Si Topper Grace.
There's even theories that saying that Spider-Man, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, is actually going to play all three Spider-Man.
Pwede.
Like the Tobey
Variant
Maguire
of one,
Spider-Man.
ganun lang. Oo.
Parang while the universe broke, parang all the three Spider-Man
Yeah.
melded into one body, which is
Oh.
Tom Holland. That's why in the trailer when Doc Ock appeared,
Oo.
he didn't see Tom Holland Spider-Man as a stranger. Parang,
Yeah.
why do you look like that?
Oo.
He was more like, hey Peter,
Kilala na
like
niya.
he
Oo.
knows
Kilala. Yeah.
who Spider-Man, who that Peter Parker is.
True.
Even though he
Yeah.
has a different face, he's a younger version.
True.
So that's another theory that could possibly happen.
But then again, don't trust the trailers because
Yeah.
MCU is so
Yeah,
tricky about
that's why,
They
I
like to
started
play
with, like,
mind games.
They like to play mind games
True.
with you, especially in their trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
And-
Hulk in Wakanda, ganon. Di ba? Where's Hulk?
Or was called Wakanda. Yeah,
Di ba?
exactly.
There's no Hulk in Wakanda. Like, we've been wanting to see that. Like, there's Hulk. There's no Hulk.
During the trailer.
Oh,
Actual versus
Reality.
Expectation versus
reality.
reality.
Di ba?
Saya mo pa eh,
Yeah,
no? Hype ka pa eh.
That last theory about it's still really iffy because we don't know.
Ram.
We don't.
So,
Yeah, we don't know.
Kinuha na siya ng multiverse. Into
Ano, may glitch na, guys. There's a glitch.
There's a glitch in the
Nagkakagaan na rin ba yung
system.
multiverse mo, Ram? Gana?
Napuputol-putol na rin ako dito eh.
Baka ito yung moment na yung tatlong points where the fourth point
This point pala.
Oh no, Ram.
nagsama-sama yung apat. Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, Earth.
I think I'll change
my
the
God.
stations. It's too dangerous
Yeah.
here. Maybe it's safer here.
Ayan.
Lipat tayo.
There's supposed to be a hold down up there.
They
Where's the
fixed
hole?
it. I think they fixed it.
They fixed it. Aray ko.
Okay.
Pero,
continue.
continuing, speaking of, since we cannot trust the trailers, so what are your expectations on No Way Home? Anyone? Sino gusto mauna?
Okay. Expectations No Way Home, they're just hiding the other Spider-Man. It's gonna be a mini Spider-Verse because that's just a good intro for the Spider-Verse or not Spider-Verse really. It's like a mini intro to the multiverse.
Yeah.
Pero I'm betting Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield will be there. Like,
Yeah, actually there are leaked photos, even though Andrew Garfield tries to deny them.
Yeah.
There are leaked
Hindi effective.
photos of Andrew Garfield in his Spider-Man costume
Oo.
in the set of No Way Home.
Yeah.
what are you doing, dude?
True.
May audio leak ka na nga eh. May audio
Everything is
leak ka na.
there.
No, I'm still not there. No.
No, that's not
Oh,
me.
no.
It's my
Me, no.
variant. Not
it's
me.
You're like saying,
double.
no way, homie, no way home. Yeah. Diba?
I
No,
may
no,
I
no.
may not be in there. I may be in there. Either way, the
Who
fans will
knows?
be disappointed. I'm like, bro, just ano ba?
Well, whatever
Kasi,
may happen
I
to
mean,
No Way Home, I think it's more of going to be an introduction also to Doctor Strange's new ano to,
Yung new
new
film
movie,
uh,
with
the
Yeah.
Wanda,
Multiverse
di
of
ba?
Madness.
With
Yeah, with
Wanda.
Wanda.
with Wanda.
Wanda.
Kaya exciting
Actually,
yun eh.
nung natapos yung Wanda and Vision, people were hyping out about it, right?
True.
Yeah, yeah.
Yun na yung Star Talos eh. I mean, papunta
Ayun na
na
yun
doon.
eh.
Oo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Multiverse.
that's where it all goes to. 'Cause, yeah, in the comics, Scarlet Witch actually creates a whole new universe
First, yes.
Mm.
where there are zero mutants. That's
Mm-mm.
the story of House of M.
House of M. Yeah.
Yeah.
House of M, yeah. So that's where they actually revealed that Scarlet Witch is kind of like um being a time being.
Sentient being. Oh, so parang
Ah.
ganun.
Parang it's because of her why some timelines break or
Mhm.
Oo.
she is like a nexus being. Exactly.
Question,
Like-
what's this
Explain.
Nexus
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, in Loki you would hear there are nexus points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's points in the sacred timeline that breaks
Uh-huh.
the timeline. So that's where
Oh, okay.
universes start.
Timeline.
So
Mm.
that point is where new universes start. So that's what the TVA destroys.
Mhm.
Mm.
Ah,
But
Okay.
with Wanda, this also ties into the first theory where WandaVision and Loki happened at the same time.
Mhm.
That's because when Wanda became the Scarlet Witch, she actually became the Nexus
Nexus point.
being that
Being.
destroys
everything.
the sacred timeline that splits
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gets. Actually, interesting. Plus, di ba parang magkakaroon din ng film about yung sa immortal, sasabihin ko.
Eternal.
Yeah,
Eternal.
Immortal.
Yeah.
Para iba yun.
100.
Yeah, actually, I think they said that the reason why the Eternals, di ba, where were they when Thanos destroyed half the life in the
Kasi lang
universe?
pake.
They did not intervene.
They did not intervene at all.
Yes,
But
yes.
these guys are like they're almost close to the celestial beings na sina
Immortal.
the living planet.
Five
Nakalimutan ko. Ano ba yung pangalan? ng
Ego,
living
ego.
planet?
Ego.
The living
Ayan.
planet.
Mm.
So they're the
Yeah.
closest things to celestial beings, but they did
Yeah.
nothing during that part.
True.
So parang
Intervene. Yeah.
what happened is the timeline broke,
Mhm.
and that's why they have to intervene now.
Baka may effect na rin sa kanila. Siguro. Since bakit sila, di ba? Ba't sila biglang bababa sa Pinas? Ayan. Sa Pinas po talaga. MCU kasi.
Pinas
Talaga
naman
Pinas
tayo.
talaga.
Gusto mo talaga ng Marvel
Sa
hero
Pinas.
dito sa Pinas.
Oo.
No?
Ba't nga? Ay, nako.
Actually, meron ng Marvel hero dito sa Pinas, Like Filipino
Oh, is
based.
this a joke?
Oo.
No,
Si
no, no,
Gagamboy,
no,
ano?
it's not.
Ay, hindi, meron. It's a girl, right?
I think it's Alon ata pangalan niya, Alon. Okay, I'm gonna go quick.
Yeah. Oo, tama.
Kala ko may political joke na magaganap ngayon. Sabi ko,
No.
Kala ko yung mga Gagamboy, ganon sila.
Ay, sila mo Gagamboy.
The fourth Spider-Man.
No.
The surprise Spider-Man.
Oh. Sabi yan, you will be di ba? You will be
There
surprised.
will be a surprise
Surprise, Bong
Spider-Man.
Navarro!
Gagamboy.
Panalo.
No,
Uy,
no,
pag
no.
nangyari yun, Pinas, keep up other
Oh.
countries. Charot.
Insert proud Filipino memes.
Always.
There's-
Pinoy ako.
Actually,
I'm
there's
proud.
there's actually 3 Filipino superheroes.
3?
oh, that's nice. Sige nga, this is
Okay,
the
sige.
fun fact for the episode.
Oo.
Yeah,
What are those?
The 3 Filipino superheroes, there are trio: Red Feather, Sea Hunter, and Wave.
Alon.
Which I guess they named
Alon.
Alon.
Wave?
Wave.
Okay.
Because Alon.
Pagkakarinig ko, wave. Like, what?
Wafer.
Yeah, so
Wave.
yeah, yun nga. So there's 3 of them.
Red feather.
And
Ano yung parang
red
palong
bunch
ng
of
manok?
Oh no!
You know, why are you here?
Oh no!
You
Palong
just
ng
ruined
manok.
it.
Bakit? Chicken. Livelihood sa Pinas. Palong ng manok. Red feather.
Isipin na lang natin yung flag, yung Philippine flag.
Yun ba yan? Ako nga naman.
But guys, let's go back a bit regarding to sa WandaVision and Doctor Strange movie. What's it called? Is it Multiverse of Madness?
Doctor
Yes,
Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
First of Madness.
There we go.
Mas
Let's
magiging-
discuss that.
Okay.
Well, for
So-
now, since there's no trailers yet of it,
Wala pa.
Wala pa.
Speculation.
speculation. So I guess it's mostly going to be derived from House of M.
Mhm.
Ah.
Wanda is the center point of this parang hindi naman, I don't know if magiging kalaban ba siya or
Anti-villain siguro or anti-hero.
Anti-hero
or if there's
siguro.
something
Anti-hero
else
siya siguro.
happening. Parang
Min-
since there's no trailers yet, so we only have the name to go by since Multiverse of Madness.
Madness.
So,
So
I mean-
it has something to do with breaking the time, with this breaking timeline.
true. And from that, I think doon papasok na ngayon si Doctor Strange. Like, since it's timeline, kailangan niyang i-fix. Since, di ba,
Yeah.
yun yung goal niya in life. Yun yung role niya.
Oo.
So, kaya
Yeah.
siguro talagang pair sila. But from
And
there,
also,
sige,
and
go.
also because in No Way Home, kasi in
Mm.
No Way Home, di ba, parang I think he has to take responsibility of what's happening because
True.
he thinks he's the one who destroyed the timeline.
True.
Oo.
Yeah.
Ang trippy nung
And-
trailer, like, yes, it's
Yeah.
back. Pag talaga
yeah.
pag talaga Doctor Strange movies, no, parang ang trippy, mesmerize ka na lang sa screen, mapapatulala ka lang like, wow, what's happening?
Yeah. Actually, you can see nga in the trailer of No Way Home, you can actually kinda see the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
The Sinister,
Yeah. They tease the Sinister Six.
And- and these Sinister Six actually came from different universes. So we have Green Goblin and Doc Ock from the Tobey Maguire universe. Tapos we have Electro and
Lizard.
Lizard.
Yeah.
From
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. So from the Andrew Garfield universe, tapos I think in Tom Holland's universe, I think it's going to be Rhino, and I forgot the other one. Who's going to be the other Sinister?
Sinasabi nila nandun din si Sandman eh.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Sandman
Oo,
pala.
nandun
Yeah,
si Sandman. Oo.
Sandman
Yep.
also, yeah. Tapos sa Tom Holland nga, si Rhino yung dadating.
Si Rhino.
Sige. I have a
So-
question. Ay, sige, go ahead. Di ba nandun din si si Murdoch, si Daredevil? Anong role niya, if ever?
Basically, in theory, sinasabi nila, ang role ni Matt Murdock is siya yung magiging lawyer or defender ni Peter.
Ni Peter,
Oo.
oo.
Since,
During the trial.
during the
Since
trial.
ni-reveal siya as Spider-Man and killed Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Na naging fan favorite ng tao. Oo. Okay.
Which
So,
is-
more on cameo-ish lang siya. Parang ganon.
Medyo, yeah.
Siguro.
Yeah.
Pero that's a big leap kung mangyari yun
Yun
because
nga eh.
Matt Murdock is Matt
Daredevil.
Murdock.
Yeah.
Daredevil, guys.
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Sayang naman yung pag-cameo niya kung lawyer lang, diba?
Oo.
Anyway,
Yeah.
baka may plans. Baka sa series.
Yeah, maybe a hint.
Yeah. Maybe just a hit.
We'll see.
So yun nga, going back to Multiverse of Madness, siguro what happens in No Way Home is the reason why something happens in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
Mhm.
parang No Way Home introduces what's going to happen in Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And as per speculation, sinasabi nila na Multiverse of Madness will focus on the relationship, basically babysitting or training ni Wanda kay Doctor Strange since they both use magic.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's the other way around. I thought para si
Trying to save,
Doctor
pero,
Strange.
oo.
Probably. And or may mga speculations or theories na involve si Mephisto sa MOM. So we got to watch out. Like
the funny, the funny thing about that is because for the past few movies and si Loki, the series, the running joke is everything is always tied to Mephisto.
Mephisto, yes.
Yeah. So if you watch any of the series in YouTube, they usually plug that in like it's all
Mephisto. It's all Mephisto,
Siya pa rin pala
guys.
talaga.
Oo.
Okay.
I mean, who knows, di ba?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Pero
Maybe.
tingin nyo, after nitong Multiverse of Madness, so parang ang mangyayari yung Infinity War Endgame is magiging yung Multiversal War na. Parang ganun ba papunta? Maybe?
Possibly.
Probably, siguro
But I think that's going to be more on the season 2 of Loki. That's what they're going to focus on.
May season 2 nga raw.
Yeah.
Season 2 of Loki. So that's, I guess, if there is going to be a multiverse war again, a second multiverse war, I think it's more going to be focused on Loki.
or
Because that's where they introduced the concept of multiverse.
Multiverse, yeah.
Biglang naging ano talaga eh. Doon nag-ano lahat eh, diba? Doon in-explain ng maigi. True.
Yeah. So
Actually.
if there is going to be one, I think it's going to be more on Loki season 2.
Excited.
or if after they introduced Fantastic Four,
Yeah, the new one, the new Fantastic
the new
Four.
one. Kasi darating pa si Quantum Mania, so it malabong hindi matakal si Multiverse sa Quantum Mania.
Yeah.
Oo. And then also darating din si, well, I'm hoping na magkaroon ng Battle World as the
What
end
is Battle
of-
World?
Yeah, what is this?
It's basically the Multiversal War sa comic. Am I right?
Okay.
Yeah. Battle World. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So if that's the end game of this phase, and that's probably cool.
Yeah.
True.
So
Mahaba
siguro
pang ano pa.
mahaba kasi
Mahaba pang ano yan eh.
phase 3 just started. So
Yeah, actually.
so
It's gonna be a
we
long
have
wait.
a lot of things to look forward to in phase 3.
Yes.
There might be even a phase 4.
Mm.
There's talks about phase 4 pa. So
Pero
we'll see what
Pero
happens.
interesting din
Yeah,
na
wait.
ginagamit, 'di ba, bulol? Interesting din na na sinasama nila yung series. Kumbaga, like it's important or parang part din talaga siya nung magiging film, kumbaga. Nung film.
Yeah.
It's canon.
Mm-mm.
Oo.
Ang
Big
ganda nga
canon.
strategy nila na gano'n. Like, how about let's make a series? Nung
Oo.
una ako narinig yun, I think, it wouldn't work. Kasi,
Same.
why? You're so
Oo.
good at
Oo.
making movies.
Oo.
Tapos bigla mag-introduce kayo ng
Series.
series. But no, para
Oo.
siyang
Well, they did start tying a series to the movies. Phase
yeah.
2 pa lang with Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oo.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Fox yun, di ba?
Yeah,
Yung
so,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
Agents
Yeah.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But that's really
Oo.
tied into
To the
It's
Uh,
canon.
the
Tama,
Avengers.
tama.
It's canon.
Oo.
Ah.
Hindi
But
siya series
yun nga,
lang.
sineparate nila yun in the end eh. Like, hindi nila, parang they didn't accept it. Pero ngayon, pwede mo na siyang accept
Tama.
as a nexus or a branch.
a
Oo.
branch of the
Oo.
universe.
Oo. Laging ganun, no? Doon na lang siya
Oo.
If ever may
Parang-
mag-flop or if ever may mabenta, well, it's part.
Yeah, that's
Ni-reset.
another universe.
Smart,
That's another
very
universe.
smart. Oo, very smart. Smart strategy. Galing. Ayun.
well, that's it. Diba?
Basically, yun na. Hanggang doon lang yung ano
Basically, that's
namin.
it.
Mm-mm.
Brain
Dahil-
cells namin hanggang dun lang rin.
And marami pang, ano pa lang tayo, nasa start pa lang. Like, ilang percent in pa lang tayo sa buong, phase 3.
Yeah.
Phase
Very
3.
exciting times.
So, yung mga incoming movies to watch for phase 3 is Eternals,
True.
No Way Home,
Immortals.
Quantumania.
Quantumania,
Quantumania.
Quantumania.
Multiverse of
Multiverse.
Madness.
And then the
Dami,
series
So,
pa. Season 2 na
yeah,
lang.
meron pa
Oo.
kayong Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Forever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yun.
Ano kaya gagawin nila, no? Parang ang weird
Kaya
na
nga eh.
CGI lang. Weird din naman na, although they could pull off if parang they would create or parang hire new artist or actor
Or
Oo.
for
maybe they're
that.
going to they're going
Variant.
to find something. Well, no, not a variant. They're going to try to incorporate Black Panthers. Then, tapos a new Black Panther is going to be.
Yeah.
It's either. I don't think it's going to be a new Black Panther because they said they're never going to give the mantle of Black Panther to somebody else. Because
Yeah.
talagang si Chadwick
Yay!
talaga yung yung
I gotta
parang-
say yes.
Panther.
siya na talaga Black Panther. So,
True.
they're not going to replace him. They're not going to make another Black Panther.
Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, so parang
It's
They're gonna
interesting
try
on how
to-
they're gonna do it.
Parang may
Yeah,
Black
so
Widow
it's
lang. Parang may tagapagmana.
yeah, so maybe it's Shuri, yung sister niya, but it's going
Plot
to be
twist, Killmonger is alive, ganon.
Oh yeah, pwede rin.
Pwede rin.
Plot twist, Killmonger is alive.
Yeah.
So yun, so that as for Black Panther, I think they're gonna try to incorporate that either he dies or something. Basta they're not gonna replace him.
Tama lang naman din.
Yeah.
Maraming mag-aaklasan if ever eh. Siyempre.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's true.
Pero ayun, exciting din na, yun nga, yung series din is nagtatakal na sila about backstories ng mga not so main characters. Well, main characters pero like, Hawkeye. Uy, alam mo, favorite ko si Hawkeye talaga.
Yes.
Why?
Hawkeye pa, yes.
Have you seen the trailer? Have you seen the trailer?
Christmas also, I
Like-
think it's gonna come out.
So yeah,
Oh,
exciting.
so many things to watch.
Okay.
Ayun.
Wrap it up. Okay. So, with all that said, yung brain ko like overload with information, but at the same time, nagkaroon ng clarity. Thank you
True.
for the map.
Thank you.
As in, naintindihan talaga namin. And, any final words from you guys to our listeners? Kumusta naman experience dito?
True.
Anong gusto niyo pasabi sa kanila or anything?
Well, first, thank you for inviting us to be in a podcast. This is actually, I think, the first time I've ever been in a podcast. So, thank you for that.
Hey.
And it's really fun that the first podcast is about something I'm really interested about. Talagang I grew up with Marvel as a kid. As a kid, I actually had a birthday party where the theme was Spider-Man.
Yan na nga. Yan na nga.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And I went in, and I came into the party dressed up as Spider-Man.
Ayun na, yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
All out.
Living the dream.
Yeah. So this is really a really great experience.
Ikaw, Mario.
Ikaw, Marian.
Me, guys, yun. I'm an avid listener of your podcast, so I'm so grateful that you guys invited me.
My heart.
Oh.
For this, I'm very thankful that you guys invited us here. Tapos we're talking about Marvel, so
Hype.
Increase the hype for the new movies.
Yeah, oo. Hype pa tayo. Hype pa more.
Yeah.
Let's convert the DC fans to join in our bandwagon.
Come on, Mario.
Come
Come
on.
on, guys. We
Come
make
on,
good
guys.
movies. Let's dark
Listen
our
to this
movies.
episode and be converted.
But in fairness,
Yeah,
you've got to give it to DC. They make good animated movies.
yes, actually,
That is true.
Naman.
That is true.
They win in animation, but
True.
They
Of course,
make better
with live
animated
action,
movies.
Marvel goes
Yeah.
for the live
action.
actions.
True naman. Ayun. So,
Yeah.
ayun, kami rin would like to thank you. Yee!
My heart.
Yes, your
My cup
heart.
noodles.
Come on.
Noodles.
Ayun, syempre, we'd like to thank you. And, ayun nga, nagbigay kayo ng clarity sa magulong mundo. Magulong mundo ng multiverse. Multiverse into nonsense
That is
nga,
true.
diba? So, we've made the nonsense make sense. Oh! Pwede na ako umuwi. Pwede na ako
That's
umuwi.
actually smart.
Ngayon. so
Multiverse
thank
of
you.
make sense na pala siya ngayon.
Oh no!
Multiverse na may sense.
Oh.
Ayan, sige. Ikaw, Jana.
Okay, sorry.
Ayan, sorry. Nagano rin ako eh.
Like,
Ayan.
hala, what's happening?
Ayan,
Okay.
Jana, ikaw,
May
Jana.
convergence.
Oo nga eh.
Wait, teka lang. Kasi yung mouse ko, nagka-cover siya elsewhere. Ganun. Okay. I'm good. So, I'm really thankful na pumayag kayo no we asked you guys. No, we were discussing about having this episode. Unang lumabas sa isip na, Ram and
Sila.
Marian, let's invite them.
Matik yun, matik.
Matic yun. And-
The two Marvel geeks. Yeah, we have to
Yeah.
invite the two Marvel geeks.
Di kasi
That's true.
nagbabasa rin kayo ng comics talaga, which is something na,
Mm.
syempre, iba yung nasa comics, iba yung nasa films, or
Yeah.
nasa series, di
Yeah.
ba? Kaya,
Yeah.
parang ang ganda malaman or ano yung perspective nyo, parang coming from readers ng comics. Ayan.
Tsaka, it's a different take when you read the comics and when you watch the movie. Kasi minsan may kumukuha sila ng Easter eggs from the comics, so you just,
Yeah.
I know that part, parang gano'n.
Yeah. Like in Loki, actually, if you look in the background, there's a lot of
Easter eggs.
Easter
callbacks to the
eggs.
Easter eggs to the comics. Like
Yeah.
the Thanos copter.
Oh.
Yeah, Thanos copter, comes the tribunal. You can see the heads of the tribunal. So that's all in the comics. It just gets us excited when we see things from the comics come to life.
Life.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. And I think that was a sound decision from us, getting you guys as guests. Kasi as in nalinaw talaga, even from my perspective, as in nagets ko talaga yung map, even though I put too much pressure on you guys. Nasaan na yung map?
Yeah, may pressure sa group chat namin apat. Like, hey people.
Give me.
I'm the map.
And
Yeah. So, we just hope you listeners or those who are watching this YouTube video, nagets nyo talaga kung tungkol saan yung reason, kaganapan, or hanash ng MCU. And if you have questions, contact us or message us on Instagram. So, because we are very active there. So, that's it. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
this episode.
Bye. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Marion. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye!
Show your support by following our podcast on Spotify. New episodes are up every Monday.
You can listen to us on these platforms as well.
Spotify,
Apple Podcast,
Google Podcast,
Overcast,
Breaker,
Castbox,
Pocket Cast,
Radio Public.
and Stitcher.
Talk to us on our most active social media platform, Instagram. Just follow @NonsenseGD. See ya!
Okay. My God,
Woohoo!
nerd na pagod ako.
Ayan. Hindi na what if you were in a podcast. You are in a
Yeah.
Yeah,
podcast.
podcast.
Yay!